If there's something strange in your league, who you gonna call? Sleeper Wire!
Oh man, we're controlling the mail. It's a lot of information. We're here. Welcome to the Sleeper Wire Mail Sack, the only weekly live advice call-in show. If you're listening on Dash Radio on the replay, the phone line is going to work for you. So go to sleeperwire.com, hit that free advice button, send us your questions, and we'll get back to you real quick. Tonight, we got Dirty Jobs, myself, Prophet Hoos, and George. If you're tuned in, you want to call in live, you want to call now, you get 256-65-SLEEP or 256-56-5337. We're taking your calls first, your questions first. Actually, we got anything callers? We got any callers?
Yeah, we do. We got Big Cricket. Big Cricket from Texas called in. What's up? Welcome to the Sleepwire Show.
Yeah.
What's up, Kurt?
Yo, what's going on? What's going on, gentlemen?
What's happening?
What is going on?
Hey, man, sit back, kicking and playing a little Madden, trying to get this conversation, get this question in right quick.
What can we do you for?
All right, so I hit up I think it's the SleeperBot app. I don't think it's just the Sleeper app now. So y'all may have me on the mail sack list. I go by it's Mick NFL fan. Not just to think about that until when y'all ask me my name, but I had on there where I'm hurting right now. I'm in a 14-team standard. I'm running 3-4 right now, and one of the guys with the stronger teams just hit me up with a trade for I have Cooper Kupp, and he's trying to give me Kerryon Johnson. So my dilemma with that, it should be a no-brainer, but my dilemma is that right now I'm sitting on with my running backs is I got Zeke, Coleman, and Cook, and who else did I scoop up? Oh, I picked up Mostart. Like I was listening to y'all for last week and ran that Mostart, trying to hedge off this bye week trash I got going on right now.
Yeah, it's not the best of weeks, unless you're planning for the future. You're stashing some handcuffs so you ain't got to grab them for waivers later. Other than that, it's not the best of week. What do you think about this, guys?
What do you got for wide receivers? I need to know that real quick.
Okay, all right. It's a little bit long list here because I tried to do that whole streaming where I don't take two QBs and two defenses. So right now I got T.Y. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying that a boy. That's the way to do it right there. But keep going.
Oh, okay. I got T.Y. Hilton, Geronimo Allison, Traquan Smith, Crabtree, and Jones.
Yeah, I make this trade.
I'm sorry, let me clarify that because it'll be Julio. Marvin Jones Jr. Yeah.
I think I make this trade. I think you've got the wide receiver depth, and I think you're lacking at running back. So I think Kerryon Johnson's just going to explode the rest of the season.
Yeah, I'm doing the trade as well. Zeke is obviously your clear cut RB1. Coleman, he's hit and miss. You really can't trust Cook. He hasn't played very much at all this whole year. You said it's a 14-team league, right?
Yeah, 14-team standard.
Yeah, I'm especially with it being standard. I'm trading Cooper Kupp for KJ all day long. Go ahead and do that deal.
Yeah, I like that deal as well. You're giving up, a stud receiver here, but you're getting back a stud running back, and he should continue on. I mean, I'd like to get back, a piece back, a nice little piece I could use. So try to get a little bit more. I would say because I think Cooper Kupp still has that wide receiver one appeal still. So I think I could try to get a little bit more in the trade, but I do like this trade for you.
Okay. All right. And I can run down his little list of what he got right quick. If y'all want to give a quick insight of who to try to get at.
I'm perfectly content doing the trade just as it is, giving up Cooper Kupp for KJ, especially in a standard league. I'm totally fine. Hoos wants a little more. I'm content with it just as it is.
Yeah, so whatever it is about it. Yeah.
I think it's a fair trade. I think you're coming out way ahead too, and I think you'll need I think here in the next couple of weeks, watch what happens in Atlanta. But I think Tevin Coleman kind of falls off a cliff.
Yeah, I've been trying to see about possibly. I was hoping that Cook would come back, and he would have just went ahead and fell back because I was doing the switch out for Coleman and Cook because Zeke was was supposed to be the number one, of course, in Dallas. They having a year, so.
I think.
Any other questions for us? Other than because I think you're going to be taking this trade. You got one more for us?
Oh yeah. While we're talking right now, I'm gonna go ahead and hit next step, man. I was like, man, I couldn't wait on to hear the mail show because it'll be like tomorrow. I usually listen on one of the other programs that y'all upload your show to. So I was like, man, I need to go ahead.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, man. We'll carry on. He's going to carry on to a fantasy championship.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I like to hear right there, baby. That's what I'm talking about. I appreciate it, man.
No problem, man. No problem, man. We'll talk to you next week, man.
Yeah, good luck.
Good luck,
definitely.
brother.
Yeah, appreciate y'all.
All right, we do have another call here. This is Mike from Florida. Mike from Florida, you're on the show.
Yeah. Hey, how you doing?
What's up, Mike?
Hey, how you doing?
We're pretty good.
Hey,
pretty good.
Cool. I'm 2-5, having a rough year, man. Injuries.
Sounds like you're not pretty good.
So I got a couple guys. Yeah. You can hear me?
Yeah. What's your question, Mike?
Yeah, what you got?
Okay. So I picked up Rashard. I even picked up Doug Martin just to see which one does what. This is my bench. I got Ingram and DJ, which gets the team. But my question is this: I grabbed the guy Mostert too, because people are high on him. But I kind of need the here and now thing. Somebody dropped Latavius Murray. I know he's whatever, but the Dalvin Cook still being out and him playing pretty good the last couple of weeks. If I needed a flex, would it be smart for me to hold on to this guy Mostert that I don't know? I know Frida's out, but I don't know if he's going to do something, or would it be smarter to grab Murray while Dalvin Cook is out, maybe flex him? I'm a little stuck.
I feel like that's a good move. I like Mostert, I do, but the thing I don't like is the fact that Breida keeps deciding he wants to play. I don't see anything that indicates he's actually going to be out this week. He seems like he wants to play again, so I think I would lean towards Latavius Murray because you got guaranteed touches there.
Yeah, and they're playing New Orleans this week, and that's not a terrible matchup for the Vikings at all. So I'm agreeing with Mike here. I'm a Matt Breida owner, and I love his toughness. I love the fact that every week, even if he's banged up, he wants to play. But it's one of those things where he'll play and then he's going to go out, and he just kills you as a fantasy owner. And because he's going in and he's actually going to play, you can't start Mostert. So I would definitely drop him for Latavius Murray. That's a no-brainer.
Yep, that's a 3 for 3 here.
Okay. I figured. I just want to double check. I'm going to do it tonight. So. Cool.
Well, do you have?
You guys go with
is there someone else you can drop? Because I like Mostert.
I mean, I picked. All right. So I picked up Rashard last week, kind of on a whim. I read something about him before he came out of the water. But now they announced Doug Martin.
I still hold on to Rashard.
They said Doug Martin's going to be a future back. So I don't know. Who do you guys see? I mean, I would think Rashard, but now they're saying Doug Martin.
I would hold on to Martin. He is. Listen, if he can give you what Marshawn Lynch was giving you, he's going to be fine. You'll be able to use him on spot matchups. Mostert, as far as I'm concerned, he is just maybe a 1 week play, and we're not even sure if it's a 1 week play.
I vary in opinion here. I feel like Doug Martin is the actual definition of the word water trash. And
Yeah.
I think, I mean, he's just so bad. He's had so many good opportunities, so many good lines. I think it's going to be the Jalen Richard show before too long. But I think
I got him both for now.
Much rather have Latavius.
No, yeah, I wouldn't drop Richard. So yeah, go ahead and let go of Mostert.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's who I would drop too.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, man. You got
I
another.
appreciate you guys, man.
Good luck in week 8.
Heck yeah, tear it up.
Yeah, man. I'll be talking to you
Just
guys
make
next week.
them playoffs. Don't freak out yet.
Bye-bye.
I do have another caller, guys. Hang on. All right, thank you for calling in, caller. I'm juggling. I'm balancing plates and juggling cats. Hang on a second. Oh no.
Did you just hang up on him?
No, but I think we lost Curtis.
Oh man. How can we lose the day one?
All right, guys. Anyways, let me bring Britt into the show. Britt's a frequent emailer of our website, sleeperwire.com. So if you want to email us and get a question in, go to the free advice tab, and we'll take your question through the website. But Britt, go ahead. You're on the show. Thanks for calling in.
How we doing, gentlemen?
Good. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing well. I have a question. So I kind of screwed myself out of trading Kerryon Johnson for Antonio Brown, so I'm trying to make up for messing that bad boy up. My question is, what are you guys' outlook for Dalvin Cook for the rest of the season? It's a standard league.
As a Dalvin Cook owner, I wouldn't mind trading him for pretty much anything I can get at this point. When he comes back,
now,
I'm not sure he's going to get a full workload. We've seen what we got with Latavius Murray the last couple of weeks. Murray's looked pretty good. I think they're going to take it easy on Dalvin Cook, reduce his projected workload so he doesn't risk injuring himself again. So I think he's going to get a reduced workload. I don't think he's going to be a workhorse back like everybody thought he would be coming into the season. So if I could trade him for upgrade somewhere, I absolutely would.
Mike?
Because right now I was potentially going to be trading Aaron Jones for Dalvin Cook and Jalen Richard.
You're trading away
on running back
for Cook and Richard, or you're trading away Cook and Richard?
I'm trading away Jones for Cook and Richard.
Yeah, I do that.
I do that deal, and then I seek other deals for Dalvin Cook. That's what I do. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not worried about Dalvin Cook. I think Dalvin Cook, actually, when he comes back, I think they're going to nurse him back. What is it? They said he's not coming back until after the bye week or week 10.
Like week 11 or something like that.
Yeah, week 11. I mean, but that's right around the same time I'm starting to think about them playoffs, and I think Dalvin Cook's a great stash for the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, I think
in that case, thank you very much.
Yeah, for sure. You made out.
All right, thanks.
Yeah,
thanks, gentlemen. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Not a problem, man. Good luck, buddy.
Have a good night. Thank you.
All right, thanks for calling in, Britt. We got wild guess. Let's give the man some applause.
We got day one
today. I can't yell today.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's going on, day one?
Hey,
What's going on, Gary?
What's up?
How we do?
Everything good.
How we do last week?
Everything.
Let's hear it.
Oh,
Let's hear it.
I punish. I mean, I literally, I put up a high score. I put up 210.
Man, you crushing teams out there, Curtis. You crushing some teams out there. Hurting a lot of feelings.
Yeah, man. I try to.
That's what we like to hear. What you got for us this week, man?
The 2-part question. Since I got Sony Michel with hurt and everything like that. I'm looking at between Marlon Mack. I feel confident putting him in my Washington 2, my running back 2 position, because I got James Conner. But my flex position, I love Kerryon Johnson, but I'm looking at Will Fuller as well. I feel that more the upside is in Kerry. I feel the upside is in Kerryon Johnson, and I feel the upside is in Will Fuller.
I can't put Will Fuller in my other wide receiver position because I got AB, Michael Thomas, and Mike Evans. So it's just flex. It's just one of those two for the flex. I'm looking for the most upside. I want to destroy this week.
I'm looking at Kerryon. What about you, Mike?
I like Kerryon, but if we're looking for upside, man, that is tough. Like, but I still lean Kerryon. We gotta have guaranteed touches. But I do feel like Will Fuller becomes a factor in it this week. I have to stick with my rule. I can't suggest not sitting Will Fuller. So, Will Fuller for me.
I'm going to go Kerryon. I like him a lot over Will Fuller this week.
Yep, and I've been a little banged up too, so Kerryon should see some more work in a passing down situation. So I like him a lot this week. Yeah, you're bumping that after 7 there here too. I heard in the background, man, in the music. Yeah, they turned that down. It's hard to focus. That's some good tunes.
I got you. Hey, and the last part of the question is, I'm looking my quarterback position. I got Watson and Winston. I'm still rolling out Winston this week.
Yeah, I'm rolling with Winston. What about you guys?
Yeah, I'm going Winston.
Oh, I really like Watson. And I think I'm good with rolling Winston out there too.
All right, good. Because I don't believe in carrying 2 quarterbacks. I don't feel comfortable dropping Watson.
No,
don't do that.
These are 2 quarterbacks you're holding. All right. I don't usually like holding 2 quarterbacks either, but I'm rocking 2 quarterbacks in a couple leagues. I mean, if you got 2 top 10 quarterbacks, you're not going to drop one. So for somebody you can just pick him up and then use him against you next week, and then he goes off on you. That's no fun.
Exactly. That's my biggest. That's my biggest fear because in my league, everyone rostering 2 quarterbacks, and they're hungry for quarterbacks. So I know if I drop one, he gonna get one of them get snatched up quick.
Oh yeah.
At least working.
Man, you got another question? You said that was your second, right?
Yeah.
All
right, brother. Keep dominating those leagues, man. We want to hear high scores next week.
Yo, Curtis, are you Curtis, you feeling okay? Hello? You don't got the same energy you always got. You all right, man?
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm driving right now.
Okay, all right.
I assumed it was 7 in the background, and he was just listening to those, smooth tunes, maybe putting them, in a mood.
Okay.
Yeah,
we're worried about you,
man. I'm more relaxed right now.
Cool.
But it's amazing. It's amazing hearing from you guys as always, man. I'm gonna keep on listening.
Excellent.
Well, excellent. We appreciate you, Curtis.
We'll talk to you soon.
Man, I appreciate you. I appreciate you guys more, man.
Oh, there we go.
Coming up
next,
we got. Okay, so clear your schedule for the next 30 minutes. It's Prince of Philly on the show with his weekly 20 questions.
What's going on with you, man? How's it going this week?
What up, guys? It's going. That was a good joke, though. I ain't gonna lie.
What's going on, Prince?
What's up, man?
I'm gonna be short and brief. I'm gonna try to be as fast as I can, but I got a couple questions for you this week. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So my league is set up as PPR, but each running back gets half a point for each rush attempt. And then there's bonuses like a 40-yard catch is like 3 points, 100 yards is like 2 points. You know what I mean? It goes like that.
Right.
So I got my running backs are Kareem Hunt, Mark Ingram, Matt Beretta, and Nick Chubb. So let's start with that. My wide receivers are Tyreek Hill, Josh Gordon, and then it's either Allen Robinson or Mohamed Sanu. So you think I need a receiver? I got a trade offer for T.Y. Hilton for Nick Chubb. What do you think?
Do it. All day.
That trade.
But you've seen the point system. Each rush attempt is half a point, and Nick Chubb got 18 rushes last game.
Yeah, but you said you're also getting bonuses for what was the other bonuses you're getting?
Every 10 yards is a point. Every 100 yards is 2 points.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about T.Y. Hilton, who's going to hit. He's going to have those 100-yard games. We haven't seen much of it yet because he hasn't been healthy. But I think we're going to see those. I mean, that's what Hilton does. I do like the bonus, But at the same time, I like your other backs, and you need the receiver.
Yeah. So you think Nick Chubb is? You think Nick Chubb is better than Mark Ingram or no?
I'd rather have Ingram.
You rather have Ingram?
Okay. You said half point per carry.
Half point for each rush attempt, yes. And then each quarterback, each receiver and running back is almost the same. Every 10 yards is a point. Every 100 yards is 3 points for receiver, 2 points for.
Okay, so the scoring is skewed more towards the running backs. I'm not doing this trade. I'm going to change my mind. There's no way, because
that's what I'm saying.
If Nick Chubb, if he gets
as his third receiver,
he's got Tyreek Hill, Josh Gordon. Who are your other two receivers?
Sanu. That's his.
Mohamed Sanu, Allen Robinson. I picked up the guy Kirk. I picked up the guy Ty Williams.
And how many wide receivers do you have to start? Is it just two?
It's 3 receivers, 2 running backs, 2 flex.
I need Ty on my team.
It's so close because your third wide receiver is weak. But God, it's so hard to give up Chubb, because if he's going to get you 15 to 18 carries a game, that's 9 points alone in just carries.
Right, but he has other backs that he can use, though. It's not like he can't start all of his backs. He needs balance.
I could actually. I could start 2 running backs and 2 flex, and the flex will be Matt Beretta and Nick Chubb.
Right, but then where are you with your receiver? You're starting Sanu.
I'm starting Sanu. I'm starting. You guys think Sanu and Allen Robinson and Ty Williams? These guys are like
yeah,
they deserve it.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I would call them, Prince.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit pat. I'm not doing that deal. I'm okay with rolling out Allen Robinson as my third wide receiver. To be honest,
so I got 1 yes and 1 no.
Yeah, I think
2 no's. I'm actually sold on the no too. That 9 points, man. Nick Chubb's gonna get used like a. Oh, I almost just inserted something very filthy right there. He's going to get used. It's going to be bad.
All right, man. Well, there you go.
Okay, so 2 no's and 1 yeah. Okay, my other question is Greg Olsen and Evan Ingram this week.
What do we think, Mike?
Yeah, you heard me?
Yeah, we heard you. I'm going to go Evan Ingram. I think
Ingram too.
The Giants, they're trading away all their defensive players. They're not going to be able to stop anybody. They're a fire sale right now. Their offense is going to be throwing the ball quite a bit. I'm going to go with Evan Ingram.
Yeah, same here.
Okay.
I'm going to go Olsen here.
Good. 2 Ingram and 1 Olsen. Okay, another question is quarterbacks. I got to start 2 out of the 3. Andrew Luck, Big Ben, Jared Goff.
This week or rest of the season?
This week, I'm going Luck. You're starting Luck every week. We told you that last week.
Yeah.
You got to start Luck every week. I'm gonna go Big Ben at home.
I'm gonna go Goff.
Big Ben versus Cleveland. Big Ben versus Baltimore.
Cleveland's I think they're leading the league in takeaways right now. I don't want to start at home, but you got Goff versus Green Bay. I like that matchup a lot more. I'm going to go Goff.
I'm going to go Big Ben.
Goff like you said go Ben? So 2 Bens, 1 Goff?
2 Bens, 1 Goff.
Hey, that should be the name of your team. 2 Bens, 1 Goff.
I like that. I got time for one more question or no?
Yeah, go for it.
There you go.
Say that one more time.
Go for it.
You do one more.
Okay, all right. Here's my question. It's receivers now. Should I start Allen Robinson or should I start that guy? Let me just look up his name because I'm not really too sure. Kirk from Arizona.
Allen Robinson for me.
Allen Robinson for me too.
Allen Robinson for you guys. All right, this is not really a question. This is an update. Is Matt Beretta playing? Sure or no?
We don't know.
At this point.
Oh, you're not sure? Okay. All right. Well, I guess call you guys Sunday if anything.
There you go.
I hope I didn't take up too much of your time.
No, man. It was always good talking to you, man. Good luck this week.
Thank you, guys. Take care. Bye.
Good luck, Prince.
We got anything else, Steve? Or we jumping into the sack? We ripping this?
We are jumping into the sack, and right out of the sack, just coming right out. We got Fellows 3D. He says, Watson or Winston this week, and Vikings D or Pats D. So Watson or Winston?
I'm going Winston.
Yeah, I'm going Winston.
I'm going Pat.
Winston here too, and then I'm also going the Pats D.
Yep. Anybody playing the Bills, you're starting them.
Yep, that's a great matchup for you.
Right. We got Polly Pocket 52 says, half-point PPR flex position start, Will Fuller or TJ Yeldon?
I'm going to go Yeldon.
So I almost wonder if they start working Hyde in this week. I'm going to go Will Fuller just out of the fact I think they will start working in Hyde.
And I'm going to go Will Fuller just based on I will never tell somebody to bench Will Fuller again.
You've been doing that since last year, right?
Man. Last year I'd keep telling people.
Oh, man. I remember those weeks when we said, he can't keep doing this. And he kept doing it.
Just kept doing it. And he just kept.
And then we were just like, all right, we got to stop it. No, you're starting them.
Yeah, I like him a little bit more, even with now that we know Cootie's not playing this week.
Yeah,
absolutely. I like him as well. I would prefer Yeldon, but go ahead and go with Fuller.
Absolutely. We got Goodwrench 12. He says, I have Landry, Chubb, and Njoku on my team and starting. Not a fan of 3 from one team playing, but Chubb is filling in for Michelle, sorry. Who could I trade for and what value?
I'm not trading any of those 3.
Yeah, I don't mind having these 3 guys. Now, I'm not as high on them this week. Pittsburgh can shut down that pass. I do still like Chubb. But yeah, I think this is a good little combo to be able to plug and play out of.
Yeah, the funny thing is, these guys that you have, these are all the top, these are the top offensive players on the team. So, yeah, I don't think you have an issue.
Yeah, I don't really like playing all 3 of them in one game at Pittsburgh. That doesn't really make me too happy. So, I mean, if you've got to make a trade, I mean, you're not going to get a good return value out of the
production. I'd try to trade Landry.
Yeah, I'd probably try to get rid of Landry out of that group. He has the best name value, but I have no idea what he's going for right now, like as far as trade value.
Well, he just had a 25-point game, so I think, you could sell high. Well, maybe not sell high, but sell that, hey, Landry's in that offense. I'm not quite buying 25-point games, but I think he can, he's going to be up and down for you this season.
I think you're buying around the 10 to 15 point gamer. Yeah. He's like an Allen Robinson type guy, something like that.
Yep.
Absolutely. We got Farm Hole. He says trade Watkins for his Baldwin. What do you think, George?
Well, I want the Baldwin side, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't really want to trade Watkins, but I guess when you get Baldwin, yeah, you do it. You do it every time.
To me, with Watkins, I just think we'd see some fantasy production by now. I mean, everybody on that team's just lighting it up except for Sammy. I think I like the upside of Baldwin. He has pick up Allison and drop Dede Westbrook. I think I would do that.
Yeah, I would as well.
Yeah, I'm trying to get Geronimo Allison. I mean, if you left him on that waiver wire for me, yum. I'm picking him up.
Yep, I've been trying to get him for weeks. Be a trade in a few leagues, and got some savvy owners out there, so kudos.
Hey, Hoos, I think we got our caller Ben on the line.
All right, what's up, Ben?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey, what's going on, Ben? How you doing this evening?
Not too bad, just driving home from work, stuck in traffic, but it is what it is, so. So, quick question. So I need to pick up a kicker this week. I guess I need to pick up a kicker for pretty much the entire season, of course. Because I ended up dropping my kicker who was on a bye and picked up John Brown off the waiver wire.
Nice.
I've been looking at my team. I'm trying to 2-for-1, 2-for-1 trade, but not a lot of people in my league want to trade. I'm thinking about maybe doing trying to get Landry for Kenyon Drake and maybe Calvin Ridley, but I don't know if that's too much. I know what you guys think on that first.
So would you be on the Calvin Ridley side?
I have Calvin Ridley, and I would be, because I needed 2 for 1, so I can pick up a kicker. So I would be looking to pick up
Yeah, I think that's a good trade. I think that's a pretty fair trade.
Yeah, I'd do that trade.
I would too.
Yeah, if you got the offer, sure.
All right, then. If I can't work that out, because I think that's the only person in my league that would even trade, and that'd probably be the only guy he'd trade. So if he says no, who would you drop? I mean, all my guys are pretty good, so I'm hesitant to drop anyone. But I don't think I'm gonna win this week. I'm 3-4, and I kind of need to win, so I think I need a kicker to even come close. So I have people who would even be like in contention, probably. Firstly, Calvin Ridley, John Brown, who I just picked up, but I mean, I guess I could drop him and pick up a kicker. Chris Thompson, who's hurt. Kenyon Drake.
Is that it?
I mean, the other ones that I would want to keep on to, I have like Fournette, who's on the bench. I wouldn't want to drop him. Golden Tate I have. I have Jordan Howard, but I'd probably want to keep him over Drake anyway. Although I have 2 tight ends, but they're both, I think, like good to where they have more value over my other people because I have Trey Burton and Jimmy Graham.
Solid team, real solid team. If you're forced to drop somebody, I think I'm dropping Calvin Ridley.
But if I do it, I'm waiting for Saturday. I don't want anybody to scoop them up. I want to be able to get a chance to put him back on my team if.
Yeah, I'm dropping him Sunday before kickoff. This way, you can, if you want to get him back on the team for waiver wire on Wednesday morning, you still have an opportunity. Nobody else will be able to pick him up. I would wait till the last minute, and if I can't work a trade, I would drop Calvin Ridley for a kicker.
Yep.
All right, cool. Sounds good. And then I guess what's your guys' opinion on like rest of the season between Jimmy Graham and Trey Burton? Just play off like just who they play against and who is just a better week, or?
Yeah, just rotate them just as so. How about you, Mike?
All right.
I'm doing matchups each week with those two.
Yeah, see, I just can't let go of a running back. I just not of his usage onto the waiver wire. So yeah, I think I'd have to lean Ridley here too.
Ben, you still there?
Oh, sounds good. Oh. that was pretty much it. Bye, guys.
All right, man. Well, thanks for the call. Good luck this week, man. You got any more questions or if you have any concerns, go ahead and go to www.sleeperwire.com. Check our rankings. They're there every week, every Wednesday. They're up there about noon, the latest. So we're always happy, if you have any other questions or, you go to the website and submit a question as well. Do we get any other calls or are we jumping back into the sack?
Actually, we should let George hop into the Mixler and get him. Let's get these listeners taken care of.
Absolutely. John 718 wants to know Andrew Luck or Mitch Trubisky this week.
Give me Luck.
Give me Luck.
Yeah, I want all the luck I can get. I'm never sitting Luck. Never.
Yep.
Minimal Impact wants to know with Zeke on a bye, Sony Michel out, and Hyde in a Jags mess, pick up Martin, Moser, or Barner. He would like us to give us an order on which he should pick them up, and he will need to start one of these. It's a standard league.
First off, you pronounced his name wrong. It's Minimal Impact.
Isn't that what I said?
You said minimal. Which is what it spells, but we all know it's minimal.
I do these every week, and shout out to him. He's here every week. I know the name. I just fudged that one, man. That's all I did.
And I'm going to go Mostert here out of the guys. I guess Mostert. Who else was it?
Kenyon Barner, or Doug Martin?
Yeah, Martin, then Barner.
If we're talking about this week, I like Barner first and Martin last. I hate Doug Martin.
See, I just don't know if we see Kenneth Farrell. I was talking about Steve had asked me on the Monday show about Kenyon Barner, and I said, hey man, he's James White. I don't know if that's useful for Belichick. I think they used him because he was the only one that was active, but they do have Kenneth Farrell on the team. He's a bigger back. So that's the only thing that would give me a little bit of pause, even though Kenyon Barner did look good. But I don't know if he's actually what they want.
I'm going to go Barner, Moser, and Martin, and that's just for this week. If they sign another running back, I would go Moser, Barner, Martin. But I like Barner just this 1 week while you got Zeke on a bye and while Sony's out. The next one is from Eric Musil. He needs a quarterback to fill in for Matt Ryan. Who do I drop on Saturday? Ronald Jones, Corey Clement, or Traquan Smith? Who should I pick up? CJ Beathard, Case Keenum, Flacco, or Rosen?
Gotta pick up Flacco.
I gotta pick up Flacco, and I'm gonna say, man, I don't know who to drop there. That is tough.
Yeah, read that off real quick again, please.
Ronald Jones, Corey Clement, or Traquan Smith. He's gotta drop one of them.
I'm gonna drop. I'm probably gonna drop Clement. I don't want anybody on that Eagles team at this point. Granted, had Smallwood had that. I think he had like a 6-yard catch or something like that called back. I think it was for. So if he had that extra 7 points, it would have looked a little bit better. So I do like Smallwood out of the two, but you're gonna bounce back and forth. It's a mess.
Doesn't matter the size of the league. It's a 14-team league. And he's got the waivers is set up to where it's like a rolling waiver. If you use your waiver claim, you go to the back of the line, and right now he's number 2. And he also wanted to know if he should use a waiver claim or just wait to see who's available after waivers clear. Yeah, I'm definitely waiting. I'm not using a waiver claim on Joe Flacco by any means.
I mean, if you're in a hurting quarterback league, then maybe. But yeah, no, I can't burn a priority on Joe Flacco.
Nope. So
Lindsay would disagree, but
So I'm gonna say I agree with you guys. Definitely wait. Don't use the waiver claim. I would, if it was me. I'm looking at the makeup of my team. If I'm solid at running back, I don't mind I've dropped Ronald Jones before I dropped Clement, to be honest. I'm just not a Ronald Jones fan at all. If I'm thin at running back and I need the depth at running back in a 14-team league, I'm probably keeping the depth at running back. So I'd probably go with Traquan is who I would actually end up dropping, just because I can't see dropping a running back in a 14-team league.
Yeah, I actually agree with that. I'm switching my answer to Traquan.
And it's also a standard league as well. So running backs, the scoring's geared a little bit more that way. Yep. So next question. Let me scroll down here.
To the bottom of the sack.
It's almost empty. I have Gurley and Hunt, 2-keeper league, half-point PPR. What week should I start looking at their handcuffs?
I'm doing it now. I'm doing all that stuff now. I just picked Malcolm Brown in a ton of leagues. Spencer Ware in a ton of leagues. I'm grabbing all these backups now because I don't want to spend, all of my fab on them because I don't want these guys to go down because I own those guys in a bunch of other leagues as well. But if they go down, I don't want to spend all of my fab on these guys. So I'm rostering them now because at this point in the season, if you got guys that you're never going to be using, yeah, we got buys, but we're also approaching the end of the buys. You always have to be ahead of the curve in fantasy football. You don't want to wait where the buys are done. Now everyone's picking up those guys. If you look at guys on your team, you're like, I'm never starting that guy. I'm never starting that guy. I'm never starting that guy. Give me Malcolm Brown. Give me Spencer Ware. Give me all these other backups that, give me Rhonda Smith. I'd rather have the backups that, God forbid, Zeke's go down, Gurley go down, Hunt goes down. I got the backup right there on my team.
Mike?
Yeah, absolutely. The way I see it is, the way you want to navigate your bye weeks, you want to make sure you get through those because that's why we stash our bench players in the first place, right? Is get those guys in there, win our Antonio Browns and things. But once you start getting that solidified lineup, you're not going to vary from. That's when you start grabbing those guys, and that time should be now.
Yeah. With the exception to like Amendola, some of the guys we took, Moncrief, so some of the other guys. Who else, George? Would you probably take over? I mean, it is bye week still, so not saying you rush out there and do it, but you should start doing it before everyone else does.
Yeah, I'm looking at the bye weeks on my team. If the makeup of my team is where I've got a bunch of guys on bye week, like I know week 9's a big bye week for a lot of teams this year. If you've got a bunch of people on bye week 9, week 10 is when I'm doing it. As soon as I get over the hurdle of my bye weeks, and like Mike was saying, I got a pretty consistent roster going forward. That's when I'm looking to grab these guys. I can't, in good conscience, tell you to start it now. If you've got a bunch of bye weeks coming up and you're going to have 2 dead spots on your roster, and that's going to put you in a real tough bind where you're going to end up having to drop a player you probably shouldn't just to hold on to your handcuffs. So look at your team, look at the makeup of the team. If you have big bye weeks coming up, wait till after the bye weeks. But if you're already over the hurdle and you've got a pretty solid starting core, go ahead and do it now.
All right. You got anything else in that Mixler?
Yep, I got 2 more. Nice. Ricardo Banks listens every week. He wants to know if he is crazy. I'm going to say yes. If he trades, he said, am I crazy if I trade Melvin and Hines for White and Hilton in a PPR? He also has Christian McCaffrey, Mixon, Adams, Allison, Godwin, Sanders, and Landry.
He's trading away.
The way he wrote it is, am I crazy if I trade Melvin and Hines for White and Hilton? And I would say yes. You are certifiably crazy.
I would say no. I'd say you're not crazy. You're getting White, who's a top 10 PPR back. I mean, if this is a standard, no. But if this is a PPR, yeah, I'm doing this. You're getting Hilton and James White. So I like it.
I'm not giving up Melvin Gordon for James White and T.Y. Hilton. I'm not doing it.
Gordon's even going to be healthy, so
I'll roll the dice on that. He's the number 1 or number 2 running back in PPR fantasy right now. There's no way I'm giving him up for a package of White and Hilton.
Right, especially with the cloudy future that is James White. I mean, the guy looks good now, but he just always seems to be that third guy on the back burner role. I mean, even when he should be locked and loaded for this huge go, he still doesn't seem to produce. So I think I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I would offer Mixon straight up for Hilton. That's what I would end up doing.
I wouldn't do that. I would not do that. I'm not giving up Mixon for Hilton, but
well, he's got McCaffrey and Melvin Gordon, so I would do that. That wouldn't bother me that much. Next one, and then we'll go back to the sack.
Go back to the sack. That's what I like to.
Yeah, back to the sack. He said, I'm trying to get Baldwin and T.Y. from this team, which is weak at running back. Who can I package to acquire them? My available running backs to trade are Dion Lewis, Coleman, Ivory, Bernard. His wide receivers are Cooper, T. Smith, Shepard, Godwin, Tate. Maybe 2 for 2 or 2 for 3 player trade.
Mike?
I mean, I think you're going to have to get Dion Lewis. I think Tevin Coleman's going to be a good guy to get in there just because he has pretty high value right now that I don't think is going to last. That might be enough to do it just because of the expectation there. I would worry about I would worry about losing him, though. Dion Lewis, man, he just has such a good forecast. So I really don't know. I think I would be kind of content with that, honestly.
I agree. I think. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Hughes. Go ahead.
No,
I'm sorry.
I agree. I agree with Mike.
Yeah, I think you're going to have to include Coleman, Lewis, and I think you're also going to have to include Tate if you're trying to get both Baldwin and Ty.
Yeah, just don't lose too many running backs, man. Their premium time is coming.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, all right, let's go ahead and get back to the sack. We'll come back to Mixler here in a little bit.
Excellent. We have good. Oh, we already did that guy. We got Farmhole. Oh, we did him.
We did that guy. We're doing everyone.
Hildemack is where we were.
Yeah,
we got PPR Flex, O.J. Howard, D.D. Westbrook, Chester Rogers, or Robbie Anderson.
Give me OJ.
Yeah, give me some of that juice. Give me some OJ.
Yeah, I think I like OJ too. Okay, pick two. One tight end, one flex. We got Jimmy Graham, Trey Burton, Taylor Gabriel, Chris Carson, Aaron Jones, Marquise Goodwin. Thank you.
I'm going to go Burton and Gabriel.
I think I'm going to go Burton and Carson myself.
I'm going to go Burton and Carson as well.
Okay. And then he says PPR flex, Duke Johnson, Howard, or Robinson? Or Rudolph. Sorry.
I'm not doing Duke. I'm gonna go Howard.
I'm gonna go Robinson.
That's who I was going back and forth with, is between Howard and Robinson.
At this point, I just feel like he's, I guess, the safest guy.
I don't hate it.
Like Howard had a really good week last week, and I think those continue. So I think I go with Jordan Howard here myself. I
hope you're right. I own a lot of Howard and been training for him.
Yeah, it's oof. He needs to start going because I've been doing the same thing. We got Microdose. He says thoughts on a trade deadline, and any possible predictions. I think we still see Le'Veon Bell move.
We're not going to see a Le'Veon Bell move.
Yeah, he's not going to report in time for that to happen.
He's in complete control. He's not going to report until after the trade deadline.
I think you might see McCoy if it's the concussion. If he doesn't have a serious issue, I think we could still see McCoy move. I'd still hold on to Ivory and want to roster. Well, actually, I'd rather have Marcus Murphy, just because Ivory, I believe he's a little banged up as well. So, if any speculation other than that,
it's so hard. It's so hard to predict trades in the NFL.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Like Emmanuel Sanders, I think, is on a few blocks and things like that. I mean, there's all kinds of rumors and speculation going on.
Right? Yeah, I've heard Demaryius Thomas as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's hard to predict, but with today's day and age, we usually hear murmurs of them. So you can just kind of check it out. There's usually not that many that are just straight up off the radar. Like we knew that Cooper was going to be moved at some point, even though Gruden said, he told the team that he wasn't going to move him, and then he just removed him from practice and didn't tell them anything, and then the team found out the way that everyone else found out. But, I mean, usually you hear of some sort of murmur. So other than McCoy, I think that's pretty much the only rumor I can really think of, other than just stretching and reaching for something.
Absolutely. We got Fuller, or in the bag says pick one to start in half point. Edelman at Buffalo, Howard at New Jersey or New York, whatever, the Jets, or Cobb at the Rams, or Olsen at Baltimore.
Edelman at Buffalo.
Edelman.
Ooh, yeah, I think I take Edelman here too. Pick one to start in half point. Boyd versus Tampa Bay, Golladay versus Seattle, Allison versus the Rams, or Collins versus Carolina.
I'm going to go Boyd versus Tampa Bay. I'm not a big believer in that Tampa Bay defense. I think they're going to get exposed once again this week.
Yeah, I'm going Boyd as well.
Yeah, especially after Andy Dalton gets embarrassed. He's pretty good about going out there and throwing a good game. So
try to go get Boyd if you can.
Yeah, people are way down on him. I saw him on a couple of waiver wires. And
I put a claim in. I put a claim in today to get him in my my sorry ass work league. Those guys drop players left and right, and I'm just scooping them up. Give them to them.
Nice.
Awesome. We got Fuller House. He says trade away Deshaun Jackson and Philip Lindsay for Keenan Allen and Sony Michel.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I do this trade. I like Philip Lindsay a lot, but I think I like Keenan Allen better. So
I like Sony Michel better than Philip Lindsay.
Yeah, same here. IJ89 says Colts D or Cardinals D?
This week, give me Colts.
Yeah, give me the Colts. I can't trust the Cardinals defense.
Yeah, Cardinals defense just gives it up. They just gave it up to Denver, for God's sake. We got all six, John Brown and Jordan Howard.
John Brown.
Give me that John Brown.
Yeah, Smokey Brown. Oh, day. Give me that Smokey.
Chandler Joshua says non-PPR, rest of season, running back, pick 2. Bretta Ingram. I'm wondering, I'm wondering if that's Ingram. Michelle, Cohen, Lindsay, or Johnson?
These two in a PPR. You gonna give me?
It's non-PPR. Non-PPR.
Non-PPR. Okay. Give me.
I mean, you gotta keep working.
Yeah, you're gonna keep Mark Ingram. You're gonna keep Sonny Michel. And I'd like to.
Well, is that Mark Ingram? I mean, it says running back. So yeah. It should be okay.
That's kind of confusing.
Yeah, because I'm like, he has it spelled like the tight end Ingram, but it says running back. So you're going Ingram and Johnson.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that's Duke or David. That's the only issue. If it's Duke, not him. If it's David, it's him.
Yeah. If it's Duke, I'm going Lindsay.
I just assume Duke, and for me, it's Sony Michel and
Ingram. Yeah, Sony Michel and Ingram for me. If that's not David Johnson.
Right. Ruba says, I have Sanders, Fuller, Marvin Jones, Allen Robinson, and Curtis Godwin as a wide receiver. 3 wide receiver slots, and most of them have screwed me at least once the last 2 weeks. Who should I play beside Sanders so long as he's healthy? He also has McCoy in the flex, and he picked up Ivory just in case. They're both questionable, but Murphy will probably stay on the wires through Monday. Should he keep his running back or his Buffalo running back in the flex or flex one of the above wide receivers? So that's Sanders, Fuller, Jones. I think I flex Fuller.
Yeah, I flex Fuller.
Yeah, I'm flexing Fuller. That's a no-brainer.
Yeah, so he says, finally, if Doyle comes back, should I play him over O.J. Howard? No. Not until you see...
No.
Well, now the guy whose name I can't remember, who's been killing
Swoop?
Ebron.
No, Ebron.
Yeah, Eric Ebron. And now we've got Dwayne Johnson?
The Rock?
We don't got no sound effects for that? Come on, where you at, Steve? Steve's working on his other job.
He's like,
if you smell what The Rock is cooking. I had to do that myself, Steve.
What The Rock is cooking.
There we go.
There we go.
The Rock needs his music. What are we doing over here, Mike?
The Rock says he's pick one in a PPR. Amendola, Jordy, or Tre'Quan Smith?
I'm gonna actually go Jordy.
I'm going Jordy here too.
We'll go Amendola.
So yeah, Jordy, one for Amendola. I was close on the fence.
Yeah.
Give away Keenan Allen and Isaiah Crowell to get Mike Evans and Chris Thompson.
Hold on a second, Steve. Hold on a second. Let's cut the music. This is not The Rock anymore, is it?
Yeah.
It still is. Fuck that.
It was still The Rock.
I fucked it up.
So what'd you give away?
This fucking things up. Come on, man.
Keenan Allen and Isaiah Crowell to get Evans and Chris Thompson. think you're paying way too much.
Yeah, I'm not doing that deal.
Yeah, Mike Evans with Jameis Winston, just no thank you.
I'd rather have Evans than CT.
You just love Chris Thompson too much.
You do. You do.
Done. I mean, I like Evans and Chris Thompson over Isaiah Crowell, is he banged up right now?
No, he's all alone in that backfield. Below Powell.
But isn't he hurt though?
No, that's below Powell. He's on IR.
No, I know, but isn't Crowell hurt as well? I thought I saw something. I saw something.
He'll be playing this weekend.
I think they're going to end up running Cannon and McGuire and seeing what they got while they tank.
Yeah, I can't wait to see Elijah McGuire come back because he'll take over that back.
Yeah. So I looked right now. Jets Isaiah Crowell starts with full practice.
All right, well, that's better news than I read probably maybe earlier today or yesterday or something.
I just couldn't give away Keenan Allen. He's the second half guy for me. We got OBJ15. He says pick 2 running backs into flex standard. We got Chubb, Miller, Drake, Kerryon, Lindsey, Smallwood, Alshon.
I'm gonna go Chubb. I'm gonna go Kerryon, and I'm gonna go Lindsey.
I'm gonna go
I'm gonna do the same except I'm flexing Alshon. He says, which defense to stream this week? Steelers, Arizona, Bengals, Lions, Chiefs, or Washington?
I'm going to go Pittsburgh against the Browns.
I'm going to go Washington.
Yeah, I think I like Washington this week, too. Okay, we got which to start this week? Ingram or Olsen?
Ingram.
Ingram.
Ingram for me.
I have Olsen. Sorry, I have Olsen ahead.
I actually do have Olsen retired too. So
by one spot.
Yep, same. Would you drop Smallwood for Fuller with the Kiki news?
Yep.
Yes.
In a heartbeat.
Yep.
Even if, yeah, still.
I'd have done it. I'd have dropped him even without the Kiki news.
Right.
It's tough because he's still getting most of the work. But yeah.
Absolutely. We got Mick NFL fan. He says, was just offered Kerryon Johnson for Cooper Kupp. Yay or nay?
I think we
all said yes to this.
Yeah, I think we answered this.
Yeah, we did.
I think he might have pronounced his name differently than I just did.
He may have.
I'm pretty good at that. Okay, we got Drew Deasy. He says, Jalen Richard or Kenyon Drake at the flex?
Richard or Drake? I'm going to go Drake.
Yeah, I'm going Drake.
I'm going to go Drake as well.
Ouija says, who do I start? Josh Gordon or Crabtree?
Gordon.
Gordon. I'm gonna go Gordon.
I'm going Gordon.
At Buffalo? Yeah, give me some of that.
Yeah.
Yep, I agree. Latavius Murray versus the Saints or McCoy versus the Patriots?
McCoy may not play. So you're going Latavius.
Yeah,
even if McCoy does play, I'm still going Latavius probably.
Same here.
How do I have it ranked? Hang on.
And we got Canucker. Parker worth stashing?
Yeah, I have Latavius. Sorry.
No.
Sorry, I have Latavius higher as well.
No. That's a big Parker. He makes me laugh because he doesn't like football, so he gets paid to do it though, but he doesn't like it.
Right, he's so good, but he just doesn't care. So he got the rock again. He says, give up Keenan Allen and Crowell to get Mike Evans and Chris Thompson. So we already asked that.
Yep.
We got fantasy coach H25. He says Drew Brees versus Minnesota or Jared Goff versus Green Bay.
I got Goff.
Yeah, it's so hard for me to tell anybody to sit Drew Brees, but I like Goff's matchup.
Yep, same here. Death from below. Gordon and Zeke on bye. He just got Richard and Mustard. Mustard.
Mustard.
Miller. Who do I start? Yeah, I read that as Mustard.
Radio Raheem. Let's just call him Radio Raheem from now on instead of Mostert trying to mess up his name. Can we just dub him that Radio Raheem?
No, we're gonna call him Mustard for now on.
we're just gonna fudge up his name every show.
I still think for me, out of Richard, Mustard, and Miller, I think I go with Miller.
Yep. I got Miller ahead.
Yeah, I'm starting. I'm gonna start Miller. And I think he needs us to start 2. He needs to start at the RB1/2 standard. So if he needs 2, I'm going to go Richard and Miller.
Yep, same. I got Richard and Mostert like one spot away from each other. So yeah, Richard.
He's a butthole. That's
exactly.
He's actually not even a butthole. He's as strong as an ox. So his ox style strength is why I don't like Mustard. We've got Akavara. He says, just traded Le'Veon Bell, Tevin Coleman, and Cooper Kupp for Philip Lindsay, Stephon Diggs, and Doug Baldwin. Opinion?
What?
I can't give you my opinion. I don't want to hurt your feelings.
Hold on, repeat that again. I feel like I heard that wrong.
Bell, Coleman, and Kupp for Lindsay, Diggs, and Baldwin.
Wow, man, you lost hard.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can't give you my opinion on this because I don't want to hurt your feelings.
You
terrible.
I just feel like you panicked on your players. I believe that's probably what happened. It's you lost hard because you got a deal. You panicked on a couple of your players, and you said, "Let me get something." And no, I mean,
I love that you got Diggs, but that's the only part about it that I like.
But you gave up.
I don't mind picking up Philip Lindsay. I don't mind Stephon Diggs. I don't mind Doug Baldwin, but I do mind giving up Le'Veon Bell, Coleman, and Kupp to get those.
Yeah.
I think that was a bit much, but I mean, hey, you could be laughing in our face if you're of the thinking of Steve. Steve doesn't think Bell's going to play it also.
Yeah.
So yeah, you could be right. You could be right. So only thing I'm going to say is kudos to you because the trade is done. So kudos to you for having this is the Mel sack. You had the ball sack to make this thing done, and good luck, man, about it. That's the only thing I can say. Good luck.
Yes, sir. We got Drew Deasy. He says, who would you start at a flex, Drake or Richard?
Give me Drake.
Drake. Me, Big Surge 24. I'm 3-4 right now. Running backs are Tevin, Chris Carson, Cook, Miller. Was offered Murray and Hilton for OBJ. Do it?
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Latavius Murray and T.Y. Hilton for OBJ. I'm taking that.
Yeah, especially running back lineup, I would.
Cook's gonna come back, I believe. I mean, I do believe Cook is gonna. Maybe you believe that it's not. So basically, he's trading Hilton for OBJ.
Right, and I mean it's 3-4. It's time to start getting going, and you're trading Hilton for OBJ, and you're getting a running back you can use this week and win.
No, he was offered Murray and Hilton for OBJ. He's trading away OBJ.
Oh, okay. No,
that's why I'm like, I'm not. There's no way. There's no way I'm doing that.
Sorry, yeah. Sorry, I heard that completely wrong. I agree completely with you, Joe.
Yeah, I'm going for OBJ. I'm not trading him.
Yep.
Jolly Cronin 21 says, carry on or Richards?
Carry on to a win.
Carry on to another fantasy championship.
Oh yeah.
Kimbo says, carry on Johnson or Jordan Howard for running back 2 at week 8.
No, carry on again.
Carry on Johnson.
It's carry on again for me too. Big Papa Swami says 139 says, don't believe the Panthers can run, so Funchess or Miami with no Albert Wilson or Stills producing more receptions for Drake. Drake or Funchess, 1 point PPR.
I'm gonna go Funchess on this.
Yeah, I'm doing Funchess as well.
I have an unmarred record of never suggesting Devin Funchess, so I will also say Drake.
Well, here's the thing. Like I was making fun of Funchess, on the Monday show. I was like, I got to stop because he's been producing. He's been producing.
Yep, he has not looked as bad as I wanted.
He's slow. He's hella slow, but he's been producing. You know, like, he looked like he's in slow motion, but he's been producing. So
yeah.
Yeah, I don't care what you look like as long as you produce.
Yeah,
and Funchess is doing that. I don't believe in ugly points or cute points or pretty points. I don't care. Points are points.
Points that leads to wins. So you got two for one.
That's a fact. We got Blue Man Chew. He says flex non-PPR. Alshon Jeffrey or Jordan Howard?
Oh, Alshon.
Alshon for me too. Nacho Taco says trade Ingram for DJ.
Ooh.
Getting DJ, yes.
Yeah, I think if I'm getting DJ, I think I'm doing that deal. It's close.
Yeah, I guess you'd. No, I think I want Ingram. I think I feel safer with Ingram.
Yeah, he's definitely the safer call. David Johnson's just the talent, man. He's so good.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends where I am record wise. If I'm like number one in the league, then sure, I'm gonna take David Johnson.
Right. We got Star Destroyer. He says, PPR. Who do I start? Traquan Smith, Sammy Watkins, or Christian Kirk?
Watkins.
I think I'm starting Traquan Smith in this one.
Mike, man, me and you, we're eye to eye tonight, Mike. I'm going Traquan as well.
You guys are eye to eye tonight, man. We're gonna have to revisit this. I feel like, since Lucas isn't on the show, I feel like I'm just channeling him, and I'm gonna have to write down some things here.
Lucas wrote some things down, and we have not heard from him since.
Hey, no. Lucas said last week he was going to write some stuff down, and what he wrote down, he looked at what we said and said, well, I'm just going to skip the show this week.
Hey.
First show he's missed in a year and a half was the one after he said, I'm going to write some stuff down.
Oh, man. Lucas, we know you're listening to the show because you wanted to be on it, and you couldn't be on the show, but I'm trying to channel you, buddy. I'm trying to channel you, so hopefully I'm right here and these two fellows. But you're going to go, not caller, a person who's submitting this question, you're going to go with Mike and George here.
You should, anyways.
I feel like winning.
Go ahead.
Hey, Mike, you want to do a couple more, and then we'll jump into the Mixlers?
Yeah, we got Akavara. He says he's also 2-5 and needs wins now. Nacho Taco says Juju for Landry.
I want Juju.
Yeah, I want Juju.
I want Juju there too. And let's go ahead and hop into the Mixler there, George.
Absolutely. Let me see. Sorry, the screen went up. Okay. J-Bar says, hey guys, I have Hunt, Aaron Jones, Cohen, Chubb, and Mostert. My wide receivers are OBJ, Jeffrey, T. Smith, Kirk, Tyrell Williams, and Lockett. Need to play 3 wide receivers each week. Somebody is offering me Tate for Aaron Jones. Do I do it? And I asked him if this was PPR or standard and did not get a response.
I take Tate.
Yeah, I think I'm going to trade Aaron Jones for Tate. He's pretty solid at running back with Chubb, Hunt, and Cohen. So
yeah, and we just don't know if Lockett's going to see a decrease in production with Baldwin starting to come on. So
yep,
I like it for you.
I like it as well. Running OBJ, Jeffrey, and Tate as your 3 wide receivers you got to start each week. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Wilson 27. What's up, Wilson?
Wilson, what's going on?
Old school. He wants to know John Brown or Sterling Shepard this week.
John Brown, give me Smokey.
Mike?
Yep, John Brown for me too.
Smokey Brown it is. Next one is from Williard. Hey, what's up, Williard? I'm still waiting for you to accept my trade of of Doug Martin for Adam Thielen. Just hit the accept button on that for me, buddy. Would you?
Sure. You waiting a while for that one.
Yeah. I'm trying to encourage him, you know what I mean? He said he sent this question to the Facebook, but a poster here is he doesn't think that one gets checked as much. They do get checked. Would you just go ahead and trade me a RB for a non-inflated price? Okay, that was real question. It wasn't that inflated. Doug Martin's had a 1,400-yard season 5 years ago.
I would like to answer this really quick. This coming from the guy who tried to send me Calvin Ridley, like for James Conner. Come on.
His real question is Allison, Moncrief, or Grant this week? Crappy bye week fill-in options.
Alley.
Allison.
Alley.
Yeah, I don't even think Allison's a crappy option. I like him.
No, I don't. I love him.
The Chief wants to know, who would you rather have rest of the season? Standard scoring, Howard or Beretta?
Howard.
It's tough. If Breda's like healthy and which he's not, I guess give me Howard.
Next one is from same person from the Chief, Baldwin or Landry, rest of the season.
Baldwin.
Landry for me.
It's Baldwin only because it's standard scoring. It's Baldwin for me.
Yeah, Baldwin for me.
He said he was looking to trade the other two, so keep Howard, keep Baldwin, trade Landry and Beretta. The question for J-Bar was half-point PPR. I don't think that really changes a whole lot for us. You're still doing the take, give up Aaron Jones. Ricardo Banks wants to know rest of season PPR, Rudolph or Benjamin Watson?
Rudolph.
Yeah, as disappointing as he's been, you're still going to go Rudolph.
I'm going to go Watson this week. I think Watson. I think he scores a touchdown.
It's fair.
Heard it here.
I believe they're playing. Who are the Saints playing? Are they playing the Bucks?
I think he does have a really good matchup.
Yeah, I think he's got a phenomenal matchup. I remember talking with Steve about him on Monday.
Yeah, I think
Steve was real high on him. John 718.
Yeah, he's got Minnesota.
Yeah, you could beat Minnesota.
On the tight ends.
Yeah. John 718 says start two and a flex. Tate, Shepard, Godwin, Ivory, Bernard, T. Smith.
Tate, you said Bernard, like Gio Bernard?
I'm assuming that's who he's talking about.
Yeah, I don't even know if Gio's healthy. But Tate and Ivory if McCoy doesn't play.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Tate and Godwin as my starts, and I'm gonna flex Ivory. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you gotta flex one. Yeah, you're gonna do that.
Yeah, I like Tate Godwin too.
All right, and that's the rest of the questions in the Mixler, unless Williard wants to come back and make me a verbal offer for Thielen for Doug Martin.
All right, back in a sec. Back up in bitch like makeup sex. So let's get back to it, Mike.
Can you sing that a little bit more like AC/DC?
I could have tried, but so.
We got Johnny JR. We got Johnny JR 7418 says, drop Dante Foreman for Sutton, Moncrief, Christian Kirk. He needs wide receiver depth. I'm picking up Sutton right here.
Yeah.
I got no problem. I'm not a huge Foreman fan. I honestly don't think he's going to come back and be as effective as he was in the past. I've got no problem dropping him for Sutton or for Moncrief.
Yeah, I think you could still probably get him either way. I'm fine with dropping him.
Okay, we got Sun Cal. He says, can we depend on Latavius Murray's enormous load?
I I can't witness it. I'm not gonna, so. But I do think he's going to get the work. Yeah. So we can depend on that. Sure.
I don't think you can depend on it. He's like an elevator, man. He's up and down. He's up and down. Sometimes he's firing all cylinders. Sometimes he's shooting blanks. I can't do it.
Yeah, I can't depend on him, but I think week to week he's a good option. As long as you can get him rolling against the good defensive matchups, that's all you can do. We got Jolly Cronin 21. He says, which one, Carry On or Jalen? And it's Carry On for me again.
We've answered this a couple times. It's going to be Carry On every time.
Yep.
Yeah, it's crazy how many times that one's come up. I figured Carry On Johnson showed people what was up last week. We got Captain DC. He says 1 point PPR. He has Collins, Traquan, and Chris Thompson. Drop someone for these waivers. Carson, Crowell, or Aaron? I'm guessing that's Aaron Jones, not Rodgers.
No, I wouldn't. Keep what you have.
Yeah, I don't mind dropping Alex Collins for Aaron Jones. I just don't.
I can see
you want to speculate, I guess.
But I think Collins picks it back up.
I'm looking at the. Yeah, sorry, Mike. I'm looking at the three of these guys. They're obviously not his starters. They're his bench guys, and I don't mind dropping them for somebody with some upside in it. Aaron Jones.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, I agree. We got GFC Finn says, I'm stacked at running back. Gordon, Connor, Mixon, Ingram, Foreman. What do I offer for Hilton? 12-team league. So his wide receivers are Djax, Jordy, Fuller, and Woods. Oh, you're going to have to pay up. I mean, I think you can maybe move Ingram for Hilton, but I don't like really doing that.
I won't do it. Who else does he have? I'm sorry.
Gordon, Connor, Mixon, Ingram, Foreman, Djax, Jordy, Fuller, and Woods.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have to give up because the guys that you have, they're, aside from Foreman, like you're going to have to give up. You're going to have to give up a top guy. So I guess, I don't know. I wouldn't want to give up Ingram, but I guess if you have to fill the other spot and you're really weak there, then I guess you do it.
I'm okay giving up Connor, to be honest. I think he's sitting on borrowed time.
I could see that too. Yeah, I'd actually rather do that.
Yeah, I think I agree with that as well, just because I need Le'Veon Bell to come back.
You and I both, Mike. You and I both.
Two teams as well. I got him for cheap.
Oh, I got him for super cheap right when that news broke that he was going to report, and then he didn't report. We got Sandman25. He says, thank you, gentlemen, for helping with that question, and you bet, bud.
Any day.
Yeah, that's it. That's what we do here at the Sleeper Wire show. We got NorCal 22, Stafford or Smith?
Alex Smith?
Yeah, that's only Smith I could think of.
Yeah, right. I mean, no, you're going, I guess. I feel like this is a trick question almost, but it's Stafford.
Yeah, Stafford for me too.
Yeah, Stafford for me.
H. Cruz says Mitchell Trubisky or Cam Newton for PPR.
Give me Cam.
That's rough.
I'm thinking Mitchell Trubisky in this one.
It's so close between these two. It really is. I'm going to go with Cam. I'm going to go with Hoos on this one. But it's close.
Being a tough game. Baltimore is the real deal defense, so that's what I don't like about Cam Newton.
I think Cam's going to be using his legs quite a bit to make up for it. So it's that kind of game where he has to.
Yeah, you probably just shouldn't sit your Cam Newtons. I mean, it's one of those things you'd rather.
I never liked Cam Newton because you know what? I don't really like Cam Newton that much, but he always just puts up numbers, and he'll surprise you when you put him down. So yeah. I don't really like Cam.
Yeah, I mean, look what he did last week. He had a phenomenal week, and up at the first three quarters, though, he only had like 1 point. or 2 points or something like that for the game. And then the fourth quarter, he exploded. I mean, he's got that ability every week with his legs and with his arms. So I
top 5 for you. Like, he has that ability for sure.
Yeah. But like we said, though, this is really, really close.
Very. Very, very much. It just jumped me way up. Sorry about that.
Nope.
We got App DC. He says, who wins the trade standard league? I have Yeldon, Alex Collins, Sanders, T.Y. Godwin, and Cup. Not really sure where the break was.
So he wants
It continues. Mike Tyreek Hills, yeah. And his Christian McCaffrey, Sterling Shepard.
I'm thinking.
I want to say the Tyreek Hills, the side that wins.
Yeah, because it's standard. If it was PPR, I like the Christian McCaffrey a lot more.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay. So I don't know. I still think I don't want to give up Tyreek Hill. I think you're losing that trade.
Yeah, I agree. We both agree.
Yeah.
So we got Leicester squad, PPR, flex, choose one. Alshon Jeffrey, George Kittle.
Oh, Alshon.
Give me Alshon, yeah. Give me Alshon.
Yeah, I'm also Alshon. He's doing way good, man. I don't know why he's involved in a lot of these questions. From the email, we got Mike. He says, half PPR. He needs these guys to be ranked for the week if you guys wouldn't mind. Rodgers, Watson, Dalton, and Trubisky.
I'm going to rank them as Rodgers, Trubisky, Watson, Dalton.
That was my exact order, too.
Yeah, gotta agree with you there. We're starting to agree too much now, so we got to get it back off track. Because we're either all right or all wrong, and then we look. So even if for the sake of one of us being right, we got to stop.
Well, we can always all be right. That's okay.
That's true too.
We got Henry. He says, how's it going, guys? He's got a few questions. He's got a 2-quarterback league. He has Newton, Wilson, and Trubisky. Wondering who to start.
Got my answer earlier on this one.
Okay, I'm going Cam and Trubisky.
Same with me.
Yeah, Trubisky's going to be the second, actually. Yeah, you need to. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's wondering who to start. 2 running back and 2 wide receivers. And a flex. He's got Mixon, Connor, Ingram, and Mack. So you're starting Mixon, you're starting Connor, right? No matter what. So Coleman and Bell. Tate, Woods, Allen on a bye.
So what I'm recommending for this gentleman right here, for Mr. Henry, trade some of your running backs. Get some wide receivers. You're loaded at running back with Mixon, Connor, Ingram, Marlon Mack. You got Tevin Coleman and Le'Veon Bell. You've got 5 starting running backs and you can't play all 5.
Right. And I mean, look at the waivers. You got Allison, Brown. I mean, there's tons of stuff on waivers.
Yeah, I'd be looking to trade a couple of my running backs for a upgrade in my wide receiver.
Absolutely.
Yeah, try to free up a spot.
Yeah, that's tough. That's a good problem to have, though. He also says for his other league full PPR, should he start Goff or Breeze?
Feel like we answered this.
Yeah,
I think we said Goff, but it was
it was close.
And then he also says he needs 2 wide receivers: Mike Evans, Doug Baldwin, and Demaryius Thomas.
Evans and Baldwin.
Yeah, Evans and Baldwin as well.
Evans and Baldwin for me as well.
Excellent. And then from the Facebook group, Dave DeVry says the Mahomes owner already made it clear he won't trade him. Who else would you take rest of the season for a second best in points? He has Watson and Winston.
I'm gonna lean Winston.
Yeah, just based off of how much he's throwing.
To me, second best in points isn't going to be either one of these guys. But for me, if I have to keep one of them for the rest of the season, it's going to be Watson. Just because I have more faith in his talent and more faith in that football team.
Okay,
although they're starting to get better now. Winston, to me, I mean, there's just too many garbage time situations for me to.
That's why the reason I like Winston. Their defense is so bad that they're gonna have to throw to keep up.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but I just still feel like Watson's going to be the higher guy at the end of the season.
I get it.
Yeah, we got Jeff Heiss. He says, would you drop Breida for Jalen Richard, 12-man league, full PPR?
I wouldn't.
I would not.
Nope, same here. Luis Fernandez says, Geronimo Allison or Traquan Smith off of waivers, half PPR. You got to give me my boy Geronimo.
Yeah, I like Allison here.
Yeah, this is tough because normally I'll take the one that's got the better quarterback, but they both have phenomenal quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Give me Geronimo. Before his injury, he was producing really, really well.
Yeah, they're both number 2s, but I feel like Allison's going to be better.
Yep.
Absolutely. We got Aaron Dunny says, Amari's value in a 14-team dynasty that starts 3 wide receiver and 3 flex. Upside player in a first. Someone offered Meredith, Mason Rudolph, and a high second. Can I get better?
I think you can.
Yeah, you can.
I mean, the Cowboys got to give up a first for him, so I'm not trading him for anything less. I'm not downgrading.
I mean, you just have to sell it the proper way. You know, you can definitely get better. You know, it's just about waiting and being patient.
I think he's in a better. He being Amari, I think he's in a better situation in Dallas. He's not going to be the focal point of that Dallas offense. It still is focused around Zeke, and I think that will help Amari. I'm not expecting a lot from him rest of season, but going into next season and staying there, going into next season, if he stays in Dallas. Where he's got a full offseason with Dak Prescott, gets to learn the offense a little bit more, whatnot. I think Amari Cooper will be back to what we used to see from him a couple of years ago when he was having his back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons.
Yeah, I mean, the guy just turned 24 in June.
Yep.
He's a young guy, you know.
Very young. He hasn't even hit his prime yet.
Yeah, exactly.
And, guys, I think that's it.
Well done.
Oh, drip it out. None left. All right, cool. Yeah,
who just blasted through that sack? Hey, do you have any more than Mixler questions there, George?
Let me see. No, Mixler is they're drained as well.
See if we got any calls or are we good to go?
No, calls are done. No more calls. We want to thank everybody for calling in, though.
Woo!
Need a cig as always. Or something else. If someone wants to look up and put it in there, you know, like
Okay. Ready to go?
Hey, I think we're done. I mean, I think we broke a record tonight. Mike really wanted to get to those baseball games.
The Red Sox, man, you don't mess around.
All right. Good luck to you guys all week 8. And I'm not going to wish the Red Sox luck because I'm a sour New York fan. So,
well, just so you guys know, the Dodgers are up right now 2-1.
There we
go. I can't believe it. That's because I'm not watching. This is what happens. They need my energy.
All right. Well, I guess we're going to take it home.
Okay.
Steve, you want to take us home?
Yeah, I would love to. I'd love to take you home. Let's go out now. Let me start the music again. You guys suck at outros. If you had any questions we didn't get to or you want to reach us, go to sleepwire.com. Go to the free advice button. Send us an email with questions through it there. We'll answer you very quickly. Find us on the Sleeper app. Look for the Sleepwire channel, Fantasy Life app, Sleepwire chat, Facebook group, Sleepwire Fantasy Football Club, Twitter @Sleepwire Show. And we'll be on Sunday morning for the Blitz, starting about 11:30. So you can call us and get your start sit questions answered. And they got the show coming out on Friday as well. So tune in, sleepwire.com. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Don't forget, support us. Go to gofundme.com/RobJR if we help you out. Throw a couple bucks in our cause. And good luck this week. Enjoy the Houston Texans and the Miami Dolphins tomorrow. Okay.